Hello, hello. Welcome back to another exciting episode of CB Talks, the podcast where we dive into the extraordinary stories of professionals who are shaping the global recruitment landscape. I'm Ricardo, your host and founder of Cross-Border Talents. For over 11 years, we have been a global leader in international recruitment, consistently matching more than 1,000 top candidates each month with leading companies across the globe. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce someone who truly embodies the spirit of global business and teamwork. She's dynamic, she's driven, she's fun, and she's the glue that holds her team together. Live from sunny Setúbal, well, not so sunny today, as I've heard, Setúbal, Portugal, I'm happy to bring you a conversation with Carolina DelBianco, a superstar in the recruitment industry. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me. Indeed, not very sunny, but usually Setúbal is super sunny. Yes.
Yes, indeed. So, thank you for joining. Before we dive into the serious business of recruitment and commercial strategy, I'd like to know the person behind the title. So, if you could be anywhere right now, Carol, relaxing, where would it be? We didn't prepare this, but I'm pretty sure what the answer will be.
I would be probably at the beach, having a caipirinha, enjoying the sea and my kids, for sure.
Fantastic. And where would that be geographically?
It could be Bahia, for sure, or Porto de Galinhas in Brazil, or maybe Thailand. It's an amazing place. I've been there once. I hope one day I can go back. But just amazing places that we can relax, enjoy, and just live the life.
Exactly. Likewise. So let's start getting to know more about you. You've got this amazing career story from growing up to your first work experiences to leading a strong commercial team at Cross-Border Talents. Can you walk us a bit through your journey so far?
Yes, sure. So let's go back a bit when I was young. My mom always used to say that I'm passionate about new cultures. I'm very curious. I couldn't never see, like, I was watching hotels, a lot of people, and I was just thrilled to see how multicultural the world is. And then when I became 20 years old, I decided to travel to Canada to learn English. So that was my first experience abroad. And that was just amazing. It opened the world to me. And I feel like I want to do more. Then I went back to Brazil, studied a little bit more, start my career in hospitality industry. Then I had the opportunity to travel to Australia to do my administration course for 2.5 years. Then that was the point in my life that I fell in love with HR. So for me, I could have all these the how to be close to people, the relationship, to take care, to watch them develop, and to work. So for me, hospitality and HR was making a lot of sense. And then I went back to Brazil. I started working in a huge hospitality chain when I stayed for 12 years in HR and mainly doing HR manager. As an HR manager, I did everything since payroll, recruitment, benefits, wages, a bit of everything. And since then, I'm passionate about this, about being in contact, about developing people and be with them on a daily basis.
Amazing. So, born in Brazil, I learned a lot of things in Canada, studied in Australia, getting back to Brazil, acting as an HR manager in a very, very beautiful but tough industry, which is hospitality. So I think three of the most challenging industries I've worked in automotive, logistics, everything is just in time, but hospitality is also tough. So 12 years. How many years have you spent in that industry? You just mentioned
18 in total. 12 only in one hotel, but 18 in total. Yes.
So, what happened? What is a daily, a normal day from an HR manager in such an hotel?
It's a busy day. It's a very busy day, but it's amazing. I think this gave me a lot of adaptability, flexibility. I always tell my team that my surname is turnover. So we face turnover on a daily basis. It's a challenging for sure. It's the same for recruitment, but we have found ways to make it better and to turn around things and how to get people to be in love with what they are doing, to be loyal to the company and just not leave. But at the same time that is challenging, it's just amazing. It's incredible. You never know how your day will end. When you get into a hotel, you never know how it will end because we have a lot of factors involved. We have people, we have guests, we have events, everything can happen. So we become super strong and very flexible, adaptable, and resilient.
We become super strong. I'll come back to that because that's one of your marks. You are a very strong leader, and I'm pretty sure that came also from that industry. So, what would be the biggest problem challenge that you could face in a morning? You arrive at the hotel, very high standard hotel that you work in. What would be the hardest thing that could happen for you?
I can remember something like really tragic when we have someone that deceased in one of the hotels. We have to involve press, we have to involve police, and also we have to calm down the staff. So this is part of HR. It's really tough because they don't know what's happening. They don't know if it's some harm still there, if something caused that or not. So we are in between the staff and what really happened, and we have to take care of the people. I think this can be something that I highlight. I faced this more than once, but at the end, it went really well. And something else back in probably 2009, US had a big crisis and I was working in an American company. So the effects was felt really badly. And we had to prepare a list of people that we have to lay off. So that was one of the hardest thing that I did because I was preparing the list. I wasn't in the list, so this is good because I was preparing the list. But at the same time, I had colleagues. I have my ex-boss in the list. So this is never eisy. We understand the reason, but this is never easy. It's never easy.
Absolutely. Tough time, but in really cool experience that you have, and as you mentioned, it gives you the resilience and the power that you need for the job that you have today. So, can you share a defining moment from your work experiences that has shaped you into the professional that you are today? So, if you go back and say, well, this really made the person I am today.
I think most of the times we had tough challenges, as I was saying, and of course, this gives us a background. It makes us stronger, even though if we don't realize that, but on a daily basis, we feel that we can do it. And then we just solve the problem and we solve the problem and say, okay, we can do it. But when we have some recognition, and good ones when we are recognized and as one of the best HR in Latin America and Caribbean area among, 60, 70 different hotels. This is something that showed me you are doing the right thing. And I still remember when I was I think 2016, and I was invited to go to Washington to the headquarters of the company that I worked at because I received this award. because I was the highlight of the year, and we did a very nice job with all wellness and take care and developing people. So that was something that showed me I was on the right way, and I'm here since then. I think I still feel that I'm on the right way.
Fantastic, fantastic. So those recognitions are very important. It reinforces what we are, and well, they also adjust us to see, is this the right path that I need to pursue? So let's get down to business. The recruitment industry is constantly evolving, yet I have to tell you, you have consistently driving that change with your experience and with your power. So you mentioned that in the beginning, since we start our cooperation, we immediately recognize that power and the way that you inspire people around you. And not in the last episode, your colleague Nina was talking about the sunny people that she has in her team. I think you engage people, you attract people in your team by the joy that you put on your daily work and in the meetings. And I always have a smile when I have a chat with you, when also we have the opportunity to get together. So tell us what excites you most about leading operational and commercial efforts in a global recruitment company like ours.
I think I face everyday positiveness. I have a lot of energy, and I try to pass this to my teams. We know we have a lot of challenges, but we have challenges everywhere in every single job. I was just mentioning some other different challenges that I had in the hotel, but of course, we always have challenges, but we can change this. I I remember that some time ago, we were having like bad results in the beginning of the quarter. So I was trying to engage with my managers, and they were complaining about the candidates that are ghosting us, or the clients that are not open so many positions. And then I just told them that I see life like a boat. You have a boat, you put your boat on the sea. We never control the sea. We don't control the waves. We don't control the sun. We don't control if we see fish. We just control the boat. So I always tell my managers, control your boat, control your results, make sure that you are doing the best. You are making the best of the CVs. You are engaging to the right candidates. You are putting your efforts on what really works, and then you are controlling the boats. If we have waves, if we have the sun, it doesn't matter because you are controlling the boat. So this is something that I like to mention to them because they need to be ready. They need to be ready for new challenges, for a dynamic market. One day we have a scenario, and in 1 week we have a different one. So adaptability, flexibility, the way that you see things, the way that you face the challenge, change everything. And then you
Absolutely.
just can make it.
I totally agree. So you cannot control the weather for sure. What you can control if you are on the boat, that life is, as you mentioned, is where we want to go. And then of course you can adjust the way that you face the wind. But if we know where we want to go, that gives us a big advantage. That's why we have our lighthouse scenarios. This is where we stand today. This is where we are going in 1 quarter. And then we have the forecast already for the next quarter and the quarter after. So if we let's now talk about our community and what makes our team special. So, Carol, in your opinion, how do you maintain a strong organizational culture when your teams are spread across multiple countries and time zones? So can you give some examples where you have your people and how you deal with those time differences?
Yeah, sure. So I think this is something that we have in a good way coming from the technology. So we can speak with each other no matter the time zone where they are. Sometimes my recruiters, they call me from the beach via WhatsApp. So this communication helps a lot. And I think this is an important part of our job. It's not all about flexibility, but how they use their time, their free time, this flexibility. How can they use this for an outdoor activity or to take care of the children? And I think there is no right or wrong. Each one has their own necessities. They need to invest their time on the right things. And I think multicultural environment, as I told you, since I'm very little, I'm very curious about that. And when I wake up, I see the messages on Skype. I have the sunrise in Suriname. I have the sunset at the same time in Indonesia because I have a manager living there to surf. It's the best of life because she can surf in the morning and then she works afternoon and late evenings because she has in a totally different time zone. So she's taking the most of the benefits for this job, and they speak the same languages, they have the same goals, they are working towards the same results in different ways. So the lady in Suriname, and then I have ladies in Italy, I have people in Indonesia, I have in Turkey, I have in Berlin. It's just impressive how they can share with each other what they are like living now. I have one manager in Turkey and she told me, oh, okay, I have 30 degrees now. And I have another one at the same meeting in Berlin saying I have 10. I said, oh my God, you have to find a middle point. This is crazy. But it is what it is. And this is valuable also to learn with each other all the time.
Absolutely. So it's nice when we have our happy hour telco on Friday, which in Central European time, which will be at 1:00, and then we will have people attending at 5:00 in the morning and people attending at 11:00 in the evening. So we have people across the globe, and it's such a nice vibe to have all those different persons within the same chat. So coming again to your team and to your maybe it would be nice if you share with us a bit about your daily activities. So tell us a bit about your life at work. So well, you're a mom, so you work from home, and then what's your daily activity after being a mom and opening your computer to start working with us?
Let me go back really quickly how I got to this decision. So when I moved from Brazil to Portugal, I had a tough decision. I could keep working in the hospitality industry fully on site, or I could take a new challenge. And then I took some time to think about it and organize my priorities. So I think this is a game changer in my life. That's why I really want to mention that. Since then, CBT crossed to my world, and I said, why not? Because I felt the need to work. That was never in question. I never want to giving up on my job, nothing like that. I really love to work. But at the same time, I feel that I want to be close to my kids, something that I never could live. So I said, okay, why not? I think this could make the most of, having the two things together. And then I don't have to get rid of that. And next week, I'll be 4 years old, 4 years at CBT.
Yay.
And I don't regret not even 1 minute of my decision back 4 years ago. So this, just to highlight that I think especially for working moms, that's the best thing that can happen because you don't have to giving up on your career and you don't have to giving up of leaving your children's routine. You can watch them making the homework or see what they are doing. And at the same time, you are working, you are having income. And this, I think, besides all the flexibility that we have in this job, of course, this is amazing. But I think this helps a lot also working moms that because we can do this, we can do all the time. So my routine, of course, I wake up super early because I have to go to the gym. So I try to do at least 3 times a week, not always. work, but usually it does. I go 3 times a week to the gym very early, and then I go back. I prepare the kids to go to school, and then I start my day. Mornings are the best. I'm a very morning person, so this helps a lot. And I have silence in my house. I have totally silence, so this is good. I work a lot, and then afternoons I pick up the kids after lunch. They stay here with me. They have their homeworks, things to do. And then after 6:30, I can be with them. I help with the homework. We can go walk at the beach or do something together, because I don't have this time to commuting from one office to spend like 1 hour in traffic. I'm here already. So it's everything settled. And I think I can take the most of the time to be with them and to work at the same time.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's the upside of working from home. We get to stay closer to our kids. Well, we discuss this often. I have 3 kids, and we love them, but I understand what you mean. When they go to school, we can start thinking again. Oh, the peace and quiet. I totally relate to that. So, Carol, we will be ending in a couple of 9 minutes. I would like to know a bit more about how you manage your team, your clients. In your opinion, what are the key traits that contribute to a remote worker's success, and how do you identify these qualities during the recruitment process? What are you looking for?
First of all, as a good HR professional, I always try to see behind what they are telling me, and I try to read their actions, their previous experiences, because this means a lot. I can see from some previous behaviors, if they are hardworking, if they are resilient, if they are, if they are into this position, if they are actually available to work hard, to adapt, to be resilient when they have a no. How come they will overcome the challenges that we have in the industry, and just be able to start all over and go work towards their results. So I think this is really important. When we see a CV, we don't see them all. We have to speak with the recruiters in order to understand this. And then we feel like, okay, this guy has the right energy. Energy for me is really important, because we are talking to people. We are not working on a computer. We are not working with a system, IT. We are speaking about people. And our job is to sell the experience to these candidates. If you don't have the right energy, how come you can pass this to the candidate? So we need to have this clear communication. We need to enjoy of what we are doing every single day, and be available for changes, for different cultures, different languages, and everything is good. If you have the positiveness, if you have the right mindset, everything at the end will be fine.
So let's help our audience to understand what we are talking about. So you, as a commercial manager, you have a specific clients portfolio allocated to you. So you are responsible for the operational, the connection between candidates and our clients. So you are our face in front of those clients to listen, to understand, to try to suggest new ways to have better onboarding processes, better skill set, etc., etc. Then you have a group of managers that, in fact, are recruiters, scouting the global market for specific profiles that we work with, more related to customer experience, content moderators, etc. And then these managers, they liaise with freelancers, other freelancers that recruit candidates for the job openings that you and other colleagues shared. So all in all, we are always looking for the next amazing recruiter. And you already mentioned 2 or 3 very, very strong words: resilient, energy, and how do you evaluate that in an interview? So you said from HR, you try to read behind the person, but do you have a trick?
No, not a trick, but I remember that I did a lot behavioral interviews in the past. So we have some specific questions that the candidate replies by explaining how he reacted in the past for similar situation. So if I tell you, Ricardo, in the past, I see you already worked with recruitment and your candidates just ghosted you. What did you do? And then by you try to explore into three different ways, you get what you need because the behavior usually is always the same. So if he did that in the past, he will do that now. And then you feel that he's ready, he's resilient, he will tell you, okay, this is one more process, we just focus on the next one and everything will be fine.
Yeah, these are your tricks, which we learn and copy paste. I always remember when I joined the recruitment industry 24 years ago. Being an engineer and joining the recruitment industry, everything was really new for me. And I had a French manager, a person with, I think he was only 62, 63. And once I was hiring managers to my team, and I was very excited with the person. And he told me, I would like to also attend the second interview. I know that you like this person, but I would like to attend the second interview. And then the person arrived and he was talking to my manager, the CEO at that time of the company I was working in. And then at a certain moment, my boss told the candidate, you put your books in my table, at my table. I didn't give you authorization for that. So, of course, he was creating this stress moment for the candidate to see how he was reacting. And then, in fact, he would say, oh, I'm sorry, I realized that now. And he took the books, and then we all laugh. And then he continued talking what he was talking about. And then we had 1 hour chat. And in the end, he left and I asked my manager, you like it? I think he's a strong candidate. Yeah, he's good, but he doesn't listen. So in this job, you cannot invest in people that don't listen. I said, what do you mean? Because he didn't ask me if I authorize him to put the books on the table. At that time, that destroyed me because I lost a very good candidate. But in the end, somehow this was a trick that really saved me a time with a candidate that he would evolve to be a manager. And of course, we need to listen to our clients. We need to adapt according to what we listen. So there's a lot of tricks around within HR, Carol. Agree?
Yes. For sure, 100%. Every time we are speaking about people, we have to explore in different ways because they have different behaviors, different backgrounds, experiences. So it doesn't mean that he's not going to give you the proper answer. It doesn't mean that he cannot do it. Maybe he can do it in his own way. So we have to explore this, how this person can find. If I tell you, okay, if I tell the candidate, the recruiter, I need 10 content moderators to be hired in 10 days. How you're going to find them? There is no right or wrong. We have to be able to listen and even learn. I have Gen Z in my team. At the same time, I have people with 10, 15 years of experience in recruitment. How they collaborate with each other. They are listening, they are learning because they are open for that. They have new tools that we never had in the past. I was recruiting in the time that people were handling the CVs in front of the company. We were screening the CVs and calling people to go face-to-face interview. Right now, it's a different world. So we learn, we listen, we learn, and we adapt. And
Absolutely.
with the client, it's pretty much the same. We just have to listen to what they need. We don't have it can be, you can tell me, I have the best candidate ever. If they are asking me for apples and my candidate is an amazing pineapple, it won't fit It doesn't matter how good the candidate are. So you have to be able to create this strong relationship with your client in that sense that you can ask when you need help, and the same way he knows that he can count on you when he needs.
Absolutely. I knew that the time we had was not enough with you. We need to wrap up in 1 minute, but can you just in one sentence, what advice would you give to a professional looking to adapt and stay relevant in this very, very fast changing job market?
I can tell that recruitment can be just perfect. If I can briefly compare, I'm not saying like a normal job. Let's use work contract job. If you have a work contract job, you have to adapt your dreams to your income. In recruitment, as a freelancer, you can adapt your income to your dreams. So it's the opposite. You set up your goal, what you want to reach, regardless if it's to buy a new car, to travel around the world for 6 months, or I don't know, to buy a new house, to have a new rental, whatever. You can set up and then you work towards that. You have no limits. So you don't have to limit your dreams. You just have to organize yourself and work towards the goal.
The goal. Well, I'm pretty sure we will receive a lot of questions on how to join your international team. So it is very easy. Email info@cbtalents.com using the subject, I want to join Carol's team. Carol will receive your message and our HR team will invite you for a chat with Carol. Carol, do you have any final message you'd like to share with our audience?
No, just share your CV mentioning that you are a very energetic person. I'm going to call you immediately.
A lot of power and a lot of energy.
Yes.
And then we are hiring. So thank you so much for joining our journey, Carol. You can also subscribe our podcast and follow our social media to check our job opportunities. Until then, see you on the next episode where I will talk with another exceptional professional. Thank you and have a nice one.
Thank you.